The interreligious dialogue in Thailand, a Buddhist country of 67 million people with only 379,000 Catholics, is a fruit of a long-lasting relationship. Recently, the beloved His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej passed away and left an irreplaceable void in the hearts of the Thai people. Today, we also would like to remember him, in particular his great openness and care towards all people, notwithstanding their religious and ethnic backgrounds, the King of Dialogue.
The dialogue with our Buddhist brothers and sisters has been an integral part of the Focolare Movement in Thailand since the very beginning, when the first Focolare Center was opened in Bangkok in March 1981. In this past 35 years, the presence of our Buddhist friends has become common in our local meetings and big gatherings. The participation and contributions of our Buddhist friends in various local and international manifestations such as the International Zen Fests, Interreligious Symposia, Mariapolis, visits to the centers of the movement in Rome and Lopiano, etc., are very much appreciated. Some of them whom you may know, like Bir or Rosario, Luce Ardente or Pramaha Thongrat, and others had the occasion to meet the popes. Another of our members, Meta or Priyanut Surinkeo, even had the chance to do her master degree at the Sophia University in Lopiano.
Among the monks who are close to us, we have to mention in particular way Grand Master Ajahn Tong, who is a famous master of Vipassana meditation in the north of Thailand. When he went to Italy in 1995, he was so impressed by Chiara, so he invited her to Thailand to reciprocate the kindness and goodness he had experienced. Ajahn Tong presented Chiara in his temple in 1997 with these words: "We are gathered here today to know the thoughts of Mother Chiara. When someone turns on a light while we are in the dark, you don't ask who that person is, whether this person is a man or a woman, a child or an adult. This person is here to show us the right way. Chiara has discovered a light, and she is here to give us the light she has found." After her visit, she opened 2 Focolare centers in Chiang Mai in order to bring ahead our dialogue with Buddhist brothers and sisters. Soon after, Chiara started a series of symposiums with Buddhists who are friends of the movement from several countries. 2010, the 4th symposium was hosted in Chiang Mai by Ajahn Tong in his temple, with the participation of more than 200 attendees coming from many parts of the world. On that occasion, the new president who succeeded Chiara, Mariapolis, Emos, delivered one keynote address about sufferings, personified by the crucified and forsaken Jesus. Our interfaith dialogue in all these years has grown and developed into deep friendship, recognizing ourselves as part of Chiara's family. We support and encourage each other in time of need, bearing the sufferings together. And when there are occasions of joy and success, we celebrate each other. Now, we would like to share a few experiences happened in these past 2 years.
Sole. I have established a nursery school with 150 kids and 13 teachers. Most of them are Buddhist, some are Christians and Sikhs. Living the ideal urges me to see the need of people with different beliefs. Since we have different religious practices, we realize that some teachers cannot eat pork and seafood. As the school provides lunch for all, we decided to open this food issue with all the teachers. We came up with an idea of making a new lunch menu which is good for all. This solution is also a great help for the cook as she has to prepare only one menu for all instead of different dishes. The school sometimes organizes an evaluation meeting for all teachers in order to go deeper into the children's development plan which happen always on a Saturday. We learned that the Seventh-day Adventist teachers cannot miss their whole-day religious function on Saturdays, while all the other teachers have only Sunday to dedicate for their families and religious functions. After speaking together, we agreed to do the meetings on Sunday, and the Catholics arranged their schedule of going to Mass either on Saturday or Sunday evening. In this way, everybody was happy, and the atmosphere at work remains peaceful and productive.
We Nai. I started a new work as a manager in a factory. I usually start the day by meeting the workers who are mostly Buddhist, asking them how they and their families are. Many of the workers are foreigners coming from Myanmar and Cambodia, but these two groups do not mingle with one another. I tried to be a bridge between these two groups of workers and the owner with the workers so that they will feel happy and work well. I suggested to the owner that it would be good to provide health care for the workers and to provide dinner for those who are working overtime, and he agreed and provided them these benefits. Later, many of the workers commented that they never had this kind of work atmosphere in the past. Another occasion was during the birthday of the mother of the factory owner. I proposed that we do something for her, so all the workers came and sang happy birthday to her in their own languages. She was very happy and surprised. Now, whenever there are special occasions, she gives the workers gifts, which are useful for them. These experiences help us to create a family atmosphere in the factory no matter what nationality or religion one belongs to.
Meta. Last year, I and my 1-year-old son moved from Chiang Rai in the north of Thailand to live with my husband, who works at a university in the northeast as an academic professor. At first, I was worried because my husband lives in a small room which may not be suitable for our baby as his health was still a bit delicate. My friends from the Focolare Movement informed me that there was a parish priest nearby who is close to the movement. My family and I are Buddhists. When we went to meet the priest, he was very friendly and gave us many useful suggestions as we are new there. For instance, he came one time with a handyman to fix our room. The handyman was so amazed how the priest paid special attention to our needs. Before going away, he even informed us that there is a Christian community near our place, so if ever we need any help, we can always reach out to them. In fact, we discovered that the one who delivers drinking water in our place is also a Christian from that community. One day, I brought my son's clothes to be repaired to one of them, and they gave me a special discount. Another time, we were looking for a contractor to build a house in our land, and the priest introduced us to a Buddhist contractor who works at his parish too. Our family was welcomed by a great love which we found in the village. This love binds us together even though we did not know each other before and that we belong to different religions.
Our monks, our close friends. พระมหาทองรัตนะ or Luce Ardente considered himself a spiritual son of Chiara Lubick and one of her disciples. In every occasion, he finds the opportunity to share about the Focolare and its spirituality to people he meets. หลวงพ่อสุชาติ is a friend of Luce Ardente, and he met the Focolare movement through him. He is an abbot in a temple near Bangkok. We usually visit him in various occasions. คุณกำธร is a close follower of หลวงพ่อสุชาติ He attended the interreligious dialogue meeting in 2014 in Italy, besides other activity in Thailand. Luce Ardente invited another monk friends, พระอาจารย์เอี่ยม to attend his meeting in Rome. Then he also attended our family picnic in the Golden Rule Citadel and brought some of his disciples to give free Thai Chinese massage. Some of our monk friends also came together with us to Tagaytay during the opening celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Ideal in Asia last year. And then 3 of them witnessed the ordination to priesthood of Shun and Freud and shared with us this important event. In fact, one of them is right here with us today, พระมหาบุญช่วย
The Cube of Love arrived to our Buddhist friends in Chiang Mai. August 15, 2015 was a special day because Pramahasanga, the abbot of Wat Palat Temple, invited the Focolare members of Chiang Mai to present the Cube of Love to his Buddhist community and to share their experiences on how they put into practice the 6 focal points of the dice. What transpired during that day was truly unforgettable, as Pramahasanga himself explained to his lay followers the meaning and the teachings behind this simple instrument of love. Using his own words as a Buddhist monk, he later distributed to everyone the Cube of Love as a souvenir, with designs that he created himself just for that occasion.
We link in action. In line with Pope Francis' encyclical Laudato Si on care for our common home, the youth of the Focolare Movement in Chiang Mai sought a way to share the Pope's message and put it into practice in their daily life by inviting their friends to an activity entitled We Link in Action, held last March 2016. Our young people gathered to listen to the Pope's message before starting a trekking activity from the forest of Chiang Mai to Wat Palat Buddhist temple located on top of Doi Sutap mountain. After a beautiful walk amidst nature, they were all welcomed in the temple grounds by our friend Abbot Pramahasanga, who also talked about the care of our nature and environment from the Buddhist point of view.
Our dialogue has still a long way to go, but we are getting to our aim, one step at a time. For us, it is significant to have always the fundamental ingredients of love and unity in every activity that we do, which was well expressed in the words spoken by Prajan Thong. Dialogue is a fellowship. In dialogue, we need to have a generous spirit, reciprocal love, and an enormous amount of patience.
Now let us move on to Vietnam, where unexpected horizons have opened up. It all started with the simple prayer of Luigi, where he asked, Jesus, why is it that in Thailand you allowed us to get to know many Buddhist monks and lay Buddhist brothers and sisters, while here in Vietnam, up to now, we haven't known any Buddhist person yet? With such an invocation, Jesus was not slow to answer. One fine morning in 2015, I went for a cycling. After a while, I felt exhausted and looked for a place to rest. I saw a nearby Buddhist monastery for nuns, so I entered and sat down. Suddenly, a nun passed by and greeted me. Are you hungry? Would you like to eat a vegetarian food? I replied, sure, since I was tired. She brought me inside the dining hall, where there were 10 Buddhist nuns, and I found myself to be the only man. I didn't eat at the same table with them, but we were all eating together in the same room. After the meal, I thanked her generosity and started to have a conversation with some of them. This was the beginning of a new relationship, which continued with more friendly visits to the monastery and gave us the chance to get to know other Buddhist friends. Then one day, an invitation arrived where we had the chance to speak at the Buddhist university where these Buddhist nuns study. From that moment on, everything developed into a good friendship. They feel confident that they can trust us, also because we honestly told them that we have no intention to convert them.
When our monk friends from Thailand learned about this friendship, they immediately offered themselves to go to Vietnam to help us strengthen and develop this relationship. On December 2016, Luce Ardente and Prajan Suchat, accompanied by Bhikkhu Jayabinunto and Mr. Kamthon, came to Ho Chi Minh City. Luce Ardente and the Most Reverend Thich Thien Tham, the monk in charge of Po Min Pagoda and representative of both Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism in Vietnam, had an instant bond of friendship upon meeting each other. The latter is a famous personality who represents all aspects of Buddhism in Vietnam at the international level. Because of this, trust and friendship generated instantly between them. Reverend Thich Thien Tham had asked the government officials a special permission to allow the three monks to stay in the temple instead of a hotel, as the usual protocol for tourists. Our monk friends also came to visit the Focolare centers. They participated in our Christmas party, where they received a warm welcome by everyone. They were also able to visit the social centers run by the Focolare members.
They shared their experiences at the interreligious meeting in the Diocesan Pastoral Center of Ho Chi Minh City, attended by representatives of 5 religions. Luce Ardente spoke of his friendship with the Saint Pope John Paul II and with Chiara Lubich. He talked about the art of loving he learned from Chiara. While he was sharing, the eyes of some of the leaders present were filled with tears, and also those of the Focolare members. Another beautiful moment was the visit to the Archbishop Emeritus, Cardinal J. Baptiste Phan Minh Man, who had worked tirelessly to promote the formation of the interreligious dialogue at the Diocesan Pastoral Center. The last day was dedicated to temple visits, with Father Bao Locke as guide. He is in charge of interreligious dialogue for the Diocese of Ho Chi Minh City.
Let us continue the experiences we have lived so far. Chiara's legacy of always be a family is a reality that touches the hearts of everyone when it is truly lived.